What's going on, people? It's boy Tony Guns. Back at y'all again. At the Black Ops Band Dog TV. You know what we doing over here. We building leaders and creating kings operation by building national development over generations. For those of you that just chiming in, that's what Black Ops Band Dog stand for. It's an acronym. Black Ops Band Dog is an acronym for building leaders and creating kings operation. Building national development over generations. Without further ado, I want to get into the topic. Today's order of business, we're going to talk about fatherhood. We just want to speak a little bit on fatherhood. And what brought me to this point or this topic, I was watching a movie. I forget the name of it. I was watching a movie. It was, based on a father, really, but a father and his son relationship. And the father and son, their relationship was at odds for the most part. It was a little rocky. The father was extremely hard on his son, which I would never tell a father not to be, but he was extremely hard on him. But it was causing a rift in between the two. So one of the scenes showed where they had a serious conversation, eye-to-eye conversation, and the son was basically asking him, why are you how you are? What is it why am I never good enough? And the father was explaining, it's not that you're not good enough. It's not that you're not good enough. The reason that I'm hard on you because I want you to be better than I was. I want you to be a better man than I was. I want you to be a harder man than I was. I want you to be a greater man than I was. I want so much. His expectations for his son was high, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the fault that I seen in that was the fact that the depiction of the father and who he was up into him having a son, and then who he was after and during having a son. He wasn't a great example. And to his defense, he even said to us, I want you to be better than I was. I want you to be greater than I was. And things of that nature. That's always something a father was going to say. But in this particular situation, growing up, he really wasn't hitting on nothing. And he just wanted better for his son, which is admirable. But the key is, be the change that you fathers. We have to be the change that we claim that we want in our sons. We have to lead by example. If we're saying that we want our sons to be or live in a certain manner or walk in a certain light, we have to walk that. We have to walk that path. We have to blaze that path before him. You understand what I'm saying? We have to give him or set an example of what a man should be. We have to give him that rite of passage. We can't expect something from individuals that we're not really ready and willing to put in the work for ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? Lead by example. If we lead by example, it makes it that much easier for him to follow that example, because he had a great example of what's expected of him. He had a great example. Because to be honest, to me personally, if you're sitting here saying that I want you to be X, Y, and Z without truly blazing that path, then what example do he have? What you truly ask him is to figure it out. Or saying that we're going to figure it out together. And there's nothing wrong with figuring it out together, but the bigger and the better part and the easier part of that is if you already walked that path, you know every step along that journey, you know every bump, bruise, and step along that journey that make things a little more easier for him. And it's not about making it easier. It's not about taking the path of least resistance. It's not about that. It's about having a firm understanding of what you're dealing with, so that you're able to pass that down to your son, and he has a firm understanding of what's expected of him. And now he know how to march a step to that drum. Now he know how to march to that beat. That's what it's about. You understand what I'm saying? And then they were constantly arguing back and forth. It was really getting them nowhere. All it did was made both of them more and more resentful, even more so the son. Made them both of them even more resentful. Because it's the message that the father, even though it was a good message, it was pure. The message that the father was giving to him was, I need more from you. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with pressing the issue about getting more from your kids, getting more from your sons, asking more of them. There's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, the thing that the father failed to realize is that the son was asking the same thing. I need more from you. I need more from you. You telling me what you want me to be, but you ain't showed me nothing. Oh yeah, you ain't showed me nothing. So the father constantly felt like arguing was going to get him to win the battle. No. 48 laws of power tell us always say less than necessary. 48 laws of power tell us always say less than necessary. The more you speak, the more calmer you appear. No, let's take it away from that one. 48 laws of power tell us win through your actions. not through your arguments. Any momentary victory or triumph that you feel you've gained through arguing is really a Pyrrhic victory. And we're going to stop there. Pyrrhic victory. What is Pyrrhic victory? A Pyrrhic victory is a victory offset by staggering losses. You know, you may have won the battle, but you in turn lost through all the different things that you've lost along the course of that battle. The people, the men that you've lost, the family members that you've lost. In this particular situation, the son that you're losing by constantly arguing back and forth. Be the change that you claim you need in your son. Be there for your son and show him what it is to be a man. Blaze the path for him. We have to blaze those paths for our kids, for our sons in particular. Be the change that you claim you need. Without that, we're going to fail. Without that, we fail ourselves, our sons, and our families ultimately. Because the sons are supposed to be the ones that carry the torch. But we have to pass the torch. What are you passing on? What are you truly giving them? If you ain't passing on nothing, then what are you? I challenge you to be better. Live strong or die weak. Do man shit. Ain't no pressure. Ain't no pressure. Told you it was going to be a short one.